Hello, my name is Dan. I'm a motorcycle instructor. I've been teaching for about 4 years and I want to help you guys with your Module 1, your Module 2 and your CBTs. Show me how you make sure that your lights and reflectors are clean and working. Now, let's just talk about reflectors real quick. Walk around your bike, wherever your school bike is, and make sure you know where your reflectors are. Here on my KTM, I've got one reflector just down here, the same on the other side, and I've got one on the back. Make sure you know where they are, point them out, and you just said make sure that that is clean, yeah, and then all the others are clean as well. Lights. Too many times when we're dealing with lights do I see students sort of all over the handlebars. Make sure it's nice and simple, nice and easy for you. Start with the left handlebar, do all of the lights on this side, then do the right handlebar and all the lights on that side. When you do the right handlebar, walk around to the right hand side. Make your life easy. Try not to stretch across. So here, if I want to check the lights are working, I turn the bike on. Now if you've got a Honda, if you've got a CB650, you don't need to actually physically turn the bike on. But if you've got a Kawasaki Z650 or an MT-07, not sure about the new ones, but definitely the older ones, you will need to turn the bike on to make sure you check the headlight. So I'm going to turn this on to check my headlight. Now that we understand how to actually do the show me how you make sure your lights and reflectors are clean and working, then the second part of that is this question can actually be 4 questions of your show me and tell me questions. So the first one, as we just said, show me how you make sure your lights and reflectors are clean and working. The second one being, show me how you make sure that your headlight is working. And this one, we just turn it on, make sure that the main beam is working and make sure the high beam is working. You can also have a look at your flasher as well, make sure that's working. The second one would be, show me how you make sure that your brake light or your tail light is working. And this one, we just need to make sure the running light is working and that both the front brake and the back brake turn that brake light on independent of each other. And then the last one, the fourth one would be, tell me how you'd make sure that all of your lights and reflectors are clean and working. Show me how you check that your brakes are working. This one is shows, it's physical, they want you to interact with the bike. I would definitely recommend you jump on the bike. Very easy to show how the front brake works next to the bike, and very difficult to show how the back brake works next to the bike. So definitely jump on, that gives you nice control of the machine. Then the way to check it would be to roll the bike forward, press the front brake and then roll it backwards, press the back brake. Tell the examiner that you're looking for a firmness in the lever, you don't want the lever to come back to the bar, and the same firmness in the lever with the rear brake. You're not looking for any sponginess or any squidginess. And I would also make sure that you move the bike. Yeah, let's imagine this bike had been here for about a year, it could seize. If I just pull in the front brake and then rock it forward, of course it's not going to move, but maybe because I left it there for a year, the brakes are seized on. So if I roll it forward, I know it's definitely the brakes which are making me stop, rather than anything else that could be an issue. Maybe it's a lock, yeah, maybe you left the lock on the bike. This question could be 2 questions, it could be both brakes, front and back, or it could just be front brake. Show me how you check that your horn is working. Very simple, very easy. Literally turn the ignition on and press the horn, that's it. The other question they're going to ask you will be, show me how you'd operate the engine cutout switch. Now this one's a little bit tricky because the answer is just flick the switch. And the reason that we don't need to turn the bike on and then cut the engine off is because they're just asking you to show you how you operate the switch. It's very simple. That's it. And for those that don't know what the engine cutout switch is, literally turn the bike on, flick the switch, then it turns the bike off. That's it. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't turn the electrics off on the bike, so you'll still have all of your lights on, they're all working, draining the battery. So whenever you want to turn your bike off, make sure you use the key rather than the kill switch. Show me how you make sure your steering is in good roadworthy condition. All you're going to do, jump on your bike again. That gives you the best level of control of your bike. You're not going to drop at the test centre and embarrass yourself. And turn your bars from lock to lock. Yeah, making sure it's free, easy movement. So here I've got a bit of gravel, so it's not going to be as easy, but from lock to lock, make sure it's nice, free, easy movement. Making sure there are no trapped, stretched or pinched cables. Show me how you check the fog light on this machine. Now, most motorcycle schools will not have a bike that is fitted with a fog light. In fact, most motorcycles do not have a fog light, not like cars do. Alright, so for example, my bike here doesn't have a fog light. Every other bike I've ever owned does not have a fog light either. But do ask your instructor.